This conference will now be recorded.
Good. Yes, JSP, we have the model architecture, model to architecture. So model architecture completely talking about uh, JSP can be used to write the processing logics and presentation logic and everything will take as JSP itself, right? Exactly, guys. Hmm? Yeah. Yes, yesterday we discussed like S7 two models of design in the JSPs, guys. One is like model architecture, model to architecture. So model one will take care about like complete web application design using JSP, right? Exactly. In this model case, JSP alone responsible to write the presentation logic, business layer, and model component, right? JSP model to architecture case, MVC design layer, nothing but. So here models are act as a Java bean classes and views are act as a JSPs and controller act as a servlets are act as a controller part, right? Exactly. Yeah. So today we'll go for the JSP tag directives, guys. So if you go for the JSP components, because basically if you take the JSP components, there are three types of components, guys. JSP components today class. I think today JSP day three, na. Yesterday class we discussed like complete flow of execution about the first application, right? Exactly. Okay, JSP directives you have page directive, include directive, tag lead directive is there. Directives are three types, are page directive, include directive, tab lead directive. And we have the three directives, guys, and the scripting elements are there: scriptlets, declarations, expressions, comments. Okay, so the components, there are three types of components, guys: directives, scripting elements, JSP actions. There's how many components? There are three JSP components, guys. So one is like directives. Again, directives are three types. So this is like first one, like directives, page directive, include directive, tablet directive. So second is what? Scripting elements, guys. Scripting elements like scriptlets, declarations, expressions, comments are there. And the third one is like JSP actions. If you take the JSP actions, standard actions and what? Custom actions, right? Exactly. Because once if we done this all, then we'll complete the JSP classes, guys. Good. Along with this, guys, we have to JSP implicit objects. Guys, how many components in JSP? There are three types of components, guys. And how many implicit objects means nine implicit objects we have in the JSP. Sir, what are these implicit objects first of all? Guys, in the servlets, which objects we are using frequently? Guys, in servlets, what are the objects we are using frequently? A request object, response object, session object, out. These all objects are using frequently, right? Yeah. Guys, in servlets, what are the objects we are using frequently? Those will become what? Implicit objects in JSP, guys. Guys, what are the objects we are using in servlets frequently? Those objects becomes what? Implicit objects in. Hmm. Guys, those objects will become what? Implicit objects in JSP, right? Exactly. Those becomes implicit objects in JSP, guys. Actually, in JSP, directly I can use request, guys. Directly, if I'm using request means that is nothing but HTTP servlet request. Response means what, guys? HTTP servlet response. Out is nothing but JSP writer object. JSP writer object. Exception is nothing but throwable. So page object is nothing but object class. Session is nothing but HTTP session. See, in the JSPs, if I'm using the session means immediately you have to think, okay, this is session means HTTP session object like that. Guess page context. Page context means page context object is there. And servlet config means what, guys? In JSP, you're using config object. And the servlet context means what? Application, guys. Okay, servlet context means what? Application, right? Exactly. Guys, there are three types of components in JSP. There are three components, guys: directives, scripting elements, JSP action. How many implicit objects in JSP? Nine implicit objects in JSP, guys. Nine implicit objects, guys, and three JSP components. Okay, good. Is that clear now? Nine implicit objects means what? What are the objects we are using frequently in the servlets? Those objects becomes implicit objects in JSP. So request, response, out, exception, page, session, page context, config is nothing but servlet config, application is nothing but servlet context object. Good. And four scopes in JSP, guys. Four scopes in JSP. Scopes in the sense permissions, guys. Just like in Core Java, we have the modifiers, right? Public, private, product, and default modifier. Four scopes in JSP, guys. Nothing but a permissions. Permissions, guys. What are the four scopes? Means number one, which one, guys? Page scope. Page scope. Next one is like request scope. third one is like session scope, fourth one is like application scope. Okay, total how many scopes in JSP? Four scopes in JSP, right? Exactly. Because once if we done this all these 3 points, guys, all the standard JSP components, implicit objects, scopes, then we done with the JSP. This is like a syllabus of your JSP simply. JSP components, JSP implicit objects, JSP scopes, right? Exactly. We will see, guys. You will see one by one. So first one is like direct components of JSP. Yes, first you have to start with the JSP scripting elements, guys. Because to write some code, we require first of all scripting elements. That's what. Let me start with the scripting elements. Okay, scripting elements in the purpose is what to write some Java code inside the JSP, guys. Yes, inside the JSP, if you want to add the Java code, because in Model 1 architecture, in the JSP we have to write the processing logics, right? JSP we have to write the processing logics means processing logics means we have to write the Java code or not. We have to write the Java code, right? Exactly. The scripting elements mainly focus on writing the Java code inside the JSP. Just to write some Java code inside the JSP, to write some Java code inside the JSP, we have the scripting elements, right? Exactly. In the scripting elements, guys, first one is the declarations. Declarations are used to declare the variables and methods. Okay. As declaration purpose is what? Used to declare the variables and methods. So the declaration syntax is percentile exclamatory symbol. This is a syntax guys. Tag. Everything is a tag based, right? That's what you have to first of all check the syntaxes first. Percentile exclamatory, string a username, string a password, right? This is like declaration part, guys. Next one you can go for scriptlet part. Scriptlet syntax is what? Scriptlets means to write the block of Java code, guys. Declaration means to declare the variables and method declaration, guys. Yes, to declare, use it to declare the variables and what the methods. What the purpose of scriptlets? Scriptlets are used to write the block of Java code. Block of Java code means what? The syntax is like angular percentile, angular brace like angular brace percentile, percentile close the angular brace, right? Exactly. Okay, this is like for loop. Otherwise, this is like Java code, right? Request.get parameter of username. Request.get parameter of username. Request.get parameter of what? Password, right? Exactly. This is like username. This is like what? Password, right? Exactly. Yes, request.get parameter of username. This is like block of Java code, right? Guys, to write the block of Java code, what we are using is scriptlets code we are using, guys. Good. Scripting elements are total 4, right? See, guys, scripting elements are total 4. One is the scriptlets. Scriptlets purpose is what, guys? To write the to declare the variables and guys, to declare what? To declare the variables and to declare the variables and what methods, right? Declare. Oh, first one is the declaration. Sorry. First one is the declaration means what, guys? To declare the variables and methods. Next one is the scriptlets, guys. Scriptlets means to write the block of Java code. Expression means to print the data. To print the variables, we are going for the expressions, guys. Expression means to print the variables basically. So expressions to print the data. See, for example, you read the username password, right? After reading username password, just you can print that username password. To print the username password, scriptlet tag you have to use. The syntax of scriptlet tag is percentile angular brace percentile equal to we have to use. Percentile equal to username, percentile equal to password, right? Exactly. Percentile equal to password, close the percentile, right? Exactly. Because username and username and what password, right? Yes, username and what password, right? User password. So comments again, there are three types of comments, guys. Java based comments, Java based comments, like single line comment, multi line comments. JSP based comments. The syntax of JSP based comment is like percentile hyphen hyphen, percentile hyphen hyphen. As Angular brace is common because Java JSP is like tag based. JSP is a tag based means what JSP is a tag based means Angular based percentile is there. This is your data you can write, comments you can write. This is like filter logic, something like this. This is like JSP comments, guys. Next one is like XML based comments. XML based comments means what? Exclamatory hyphen hyphen. You can write the block of code hyphen hyphen, right? Yes, exclamatory hyphen hyphen block of code here. This is configuration, so properties configuration, right? Properties configurations, something like this. There's total how many types of comments we have total here? Three types of comments, guys. One is a Java based comments, JSP based comments, XML based comments, right? Guys, Java based, JSP based, and XML based comments, right? Exactly, guys. Okay, sorry, clear now? Yeah. Okay, scripting elements are total how many? How many total? Total four, guys. Today we are checking like scripting elements. So declaration tag is to declare the variables and methods. Scriptlets tag write the block of Java code. Expression tag to print the variables, and comments to write the description, right? Then total how many types of comments we have total again? Guys, how many types of comments there are? Three types of comments, right? Total three types, guys. Single and sorry. There are three types of comments, guys. One is Java based comments, XML based comments, JSP based comments, right? Yeah, I said like JSP is a combination of multiple things, right? Like in JSP, you can write HTML code, CSS code, JSP code. Huh? That's what Java code. Hmm? So no, guys, we can write the multiple things, right? Exactly. Good. This is like scripting elements, guys. I think you understood what is the scripting elements and syntaxes are clear, right? Syntax are clear, right? Exactly. Guys,
Sir,
with
one
this,
I have one.
tell me.
Can you scroll down?
Hmm.
Just over here. Sir. For
Hmm.
scriptlets, to write the Java code, we are using the scriptlet tags. Even for
Hmm.
comment also, we are using the scriptlet tags. So how internally
Tell me once again.
for scriptlets, for writing the Java code, we are writing scriptlet tag now, sir.
Hmm.
So even in the down also for comments, you are using the scriptlet tag for JSPs. Down, comment section.
Cool. The syntax is different, right? Syntax is like
Scriptlet,
percentage hyphen is there.
okay.
Percentage hyphen here hyphen percentage is there, right? Yeah,
Okay.
hyphen is required here. Good, guys. Guys, today let me write the login application, guys, using JSPs. So you can using JSPs. Let me create the login page so that I'll explain internal process how it is happen internally. So new dynamic project JSP login page. Okay, here JSP login page means what? I am writing the processing logics using JSP itself, right? JSP login page. Click on next. Click on next. Click on next. Generate update XML file. Click on finish. JSP login page is ready. Yeah, here first of all we have to create the login HTML file. First of all, HTML file is required, right? In web content folder, new, I want to create the HTML file. In HTML file, what the file name guys here? Login.html file. In the login.html file, can I take this login.html data? Yes. You see this one here? HTML body is there. Body something like basic color if you want. Uh, Pink you can type. That's up to you guys. If you want to see edit this data, open with the web editor, right? Web page editor, guys. If you want any alignments, if you need any alignments, we can edit with the web editor, right? Web editor. Actually, this is the data we will get by default. Username, user password, and button is there, right? Exactly. Yes, button. I need this place. Mm, why it has to get the data? See guys, style width equal 148 pixel. We are getting the data like that. Okay, so it's fine. And I want write the header part basically. Pink is there, and input type equal username password is there. Username input type equal text and all. Let me take the body head session. Guys, head session. Let me add. Guys, just I'm showing how to do this one. Okay, this is like login application. This is like login application. If you want, you can make it as a center. Yeah, center opening and center closing here. Where is this login? body, or under the body you're writing, huh? Guys, just to close it. Yeah, guys, yeah, this login application is there. This is fine, guys. So color equal pink. See, guys, username password is there. Input type equals submit button is there. It's everything is fine. Guys, when you click the submit button, then what happens, guys? When you click the submit button, then what happens? Sorry, when I click the login button. When previously when I click the login button, which request goes to server side? Server side some solid executing, right? Action type URL pattern goes to server side, right? Now today we have the servlet URL pattern, JSPs. We are using the JSPs to write the processing logics, right? We are using the JSPs to write the processing logics. If you are using the JSPs to write the processing logics, now which JSP I want to create here? Login action.jsp file, right? Exactly. Because where we have to create the JSPs under the web content folder only. Under web content folder, new. Guys, this is like model one. Model one architecture means everything processing logics, presentation logic, everything we have to take care of the JSPs only. In that case, Java resources folder required or not required now? SRC folder, are you creating anything? So nothing, right? You have no need to create any values here. Okay, under the web content folder itself, right click, new. I want to create a JSP file. What a JSP file name is here? Login action.jsp. Click on finish. This is my login action.jsp, guys. In the body itself, you have to write the code, guys. Let me write the code in the body here. Good. Actually, what we have to do, JSP apps. lib yesterday two jar files are there. Can you please copy these two jar files? Let me copy the two jar files under the lib folder. Okay, fine. Just copy the two jar files under the lib folder, right? The problems will be rectified now. Yeah, it's fine, guys. Yeah, good. Guys, here you can write the code, guys. First step is like, first of all, I have declared the variables. To declare the variables, percentile, percentile exclamatory symbol, right? Percentile exclamatory symbol. I want to read the username password. That's what string username. Then you can take the string is what? Password, right? Exactly. String username and what? String password you can take, right? Exactly. Guys, string username you can take, string password you can take. After that, I want to read the data. Guys, I want to read this form data. Just this example, what I am doing simply get the username password, just check the username dot equals of something, password dot equals of something, print some success message or failure message, right? Exactly. First of all, I declare these two variables using declaration tag. After that, what you will do, you can write the we can write the scriptlet tag to write the block of code. Okay, see here, I want to read the data. Generally, in servlets, how we are reading the data? In the servlets, to read the data, we are using which object? Guys, servlets to read the data, which object we are using?
Request,
Request.get
request.
request.get parameter, right? But here, you are able to see any request objects here? Any arguments are there? Request argument and response arguments are there here? There is no request argument, response arguments, right? That's what, guys, we are using implicit objects. This implicitly, this object is available. Which object, guys? You can use this request object implicitly. Yes, you got the clarity now. Why the implicit object? That's what JSP directly we can use request data. Request dot what? Get parameter, right? So where is my request? This request is an implicit object in JSP. This request is nothing but HTTP servlet request. Yes, request is nothing but what? HTTP servlet request, right? Exactly. Because you can take the username. Take the username, assign to the variable like what? Username variable, right? Exactly. Request dot get parameter of username. Next one is what? You can write the password equal to request dot request dot what? Get parameter of request dot what? Get parameter of what? We can take the password, right? That's all, guys. I think you got some clarity, right? This is like which tags, guys? Yeah. Guys, let me write the comments. Otherwise, let me write some comments here. What is the comments? This is like declaration, right? Guys, here let me write the JSP comments. The JSP comment syntax, percentile hyphen hyphen like this. Percentile hyphen hyphen. This is declaration, right? This is declaration. Yeah, that's it. This is declaration. Whatever this one, you can write the again XML comment here. XML comment means this is a syntax, guys. So this is block of Java code. Nothing but which tag is here? Scriptlet tag, right? Scriptlet tag. This is called declaration, guys. This is nothing but what? A declaration tag, right? This is like a scriptlet tag. Okay, this is like what? Is like scriptlet, not spelled like scriptlet. Spelling is what, guys? SC. Yeah, this is like scriptlet tag, guys. Fine, good. Guys, like let me write the one more block of Python, block of Java code here. Just you can write if condition if username dot equals of what? If username dot equals of what? Username dot equals of Ratan. Yeah, username dot equals of Ratan, and hmm, and what? Password dot equals of, yeah, password dot equals of one, right? Exactly. Because username dot equals of one, password dot equals of username dot equals of Ratan, password dot equals of Anu. Because I want to give the login success response to browser. Then tell me, guys, how can you give the login success response to browser now?
One
Uh,
more JSP.
because previously in servlets, what the object we are using, print writer object, we are adding response in response object, right? We're using print writer object and we're adding response in response object, right? Exactly. Yes, but here, do you have any print writer object? No, right? In the JSPs, guys, to write the data, just like print writer, to write the data in the JSP. Hmm. Yes, to write the data in the JSP, to write the data in the JSPs, to write the data in the JSPs, guys, what we will do, we are using one implicit object, guys. That implicit object name is like, the implicit object is name is like, just 1 second, please. Guys, username dot equals of then password dot equals of Anu. Guys, I want to write some response to the browser, right? To write the response to browser, guys, here you can use one more implicit object that is called JSP writer object, guys. JSP writer object nothing but what? Out, right? Yeah. Guys, in the JSPs, to write the response to browser, just you can write the outer dot println. Oh, sorry, out dot println, guys. This is like out object, right? Out is implicit object, guys. Out dot println of login successful. Yeah, login successful. Just you can, if you want, you can print the username, right? That's it. Else block, write a out dot println, guys. Out is implicit object, guys. We can't use other names. Only out is implicit object, so that we can use only out. Login fail. Try with valid data. Try with valid data. Just username we can take, right? Exactly. Is it clear now? Yeah. After login success or failure, guys, I want print the last one is like, last one is like, which one, guys? Scriptlet tag, expression tag, right? So printing the data, guys. Yes, printing the variables means what we'll use, guys, here? Expression, right? Yes, printing the variables, what we'll use? Expression, right? Okay, just I want print the username password. Guys, either you can write the outdoor println, the data is printed, it's not a problem. Otherwise, expression you can do. So username, yeah, username. But the syntax guys here, percentile equal to, yeah, percentile equal to, you can make it as what? Username, right? Percentile equal to username, percentile equal to username. Just you can make the break statement, break and break. Just I want print the password also. Guess username and the next one, let me print the password, right? Yeah, username, this is the data guys. Next one is the password. Yeah, percentile equal to next one is what? Password, right? That's all guys. Just I'm printing username password both guys. That's it. Guys, this is like processing logics I written here in the JSPs. In the JSPs I written the processing logics. To write the processing logics, what we are using is scripting elements you are using. Scripting elements are how many guys total here? Four scripting elements. One is the declarations, one is the scriptlets, one is the expressions, one is the comments. Guys, are you clear now? Good. Guys, can please run this code once, see the output first. So login web.xml file, can please configure the welcome file. The welcome file is called what? Login.html file here. So right click, run as what? Run on server. So click on next, which applications are configured, remove all, just login page you can configure, click on finish, refresh server. Yeah, we got the login page, guys. Login page, username, password is come. Like you enter the username is like Ratan. Yeah, password is like Kanu, right? Yeah, click on login button, guys. Okay, see the output once. Oh, we got the login JSP login page will be executed. I think login successful, right? Login successful. Tell me, guys, login successful. Username is login successful. Ratan. Username is Ratan. Password is what? Anu, right? Exactly. Username is Ratan and what? Password is username is Rathan and password is what? Anu, right? That's all, guys. Guess you got the clarity now. Hmm? Yeah, that is the information, guys. Just you can refresh the browser once. Yeah, see, guys, login successful, Rathan. Username is Rathan and password is what? Anu, right? Username success like username is like login successful, Rathan. Username is Rathan and password is what? Anu, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, are you clear now? Yeah. Guys, this example, let me show the converted solid is important for us. Guys, I said like every JSP is converted to which format, guys? Solid format, right? Let me check this example regarding converted solid once. Converted solid, let me check. Where is the converted solid will be stored, guys? In workspace location, local disk E, local disk E. Yeah. Local disk E, advanced or 10 AM new. Metadata folder is there, plugins folder is there. In the plugins, we have the server data. Tell me guys, plugins, no, plugin server dot core option is there, temp 0 folder, work folder is there, Catalina localhost, JSP login page. JSP what? JSP login page, right? JSP login page is there, warg apache JSP. This is login action underscore JSP file, right? This is a convert servlet, guys. Just open this converted servlet, guys. Try to see some information about the converted servlet. Guys, if you see the convert solid information, you'll get some more clarity actually. That's what let me open the convert solid, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Guys, first of all, JSP, yeah, this is the data. JSP scopes are four scopes, guys. Scripting elements we are talking today. Scripting elements we are talking today. Uh, Yes, login action.jsp file is there. This is called declaration type. This is a block of Java code. This is information, guys. So can I remove this code? Can I place the today class data? This is bit meaningful. Clear structure is there, right? Yeah, fine. Okay, this is the data, guys. Login action.jsp file is ready. So login.html file is ready. Guys, this is like tomorrow I'll tell you this point. Response implicit object. Response object is there. Okay, fine. Because when we send the request to login.jsp, the transfer servlet login underscore JSP file. Check this converted servlet location. Check the converted servlet location, guys. Check the converted servlet in abo location. Guys, once if you open the converted servlet, I think this is the converted servlet, right? In this converted servlet, guys, you can see whatever the variables we declared in the declaration tag, guys. Declaration tag, what are the variables we declared, username, password, right? What are the variables you declared in the declaration tag? Those variables becomes what? Instance variables of converted servlet, guys. Those variables becomes what? Instance variables of converted servlet. Okay, instance variables of converted servlet. And whatever the code you're writing, see guys, even in the block of Java code also we can declare the variables. It's not a problem. But in the block of Java code, scriptlet tag is there, right? Whatever the code you written the scriptlet tag, this data goes to logics of service method, guys. The logics of which method here? Service method. Go for the underscore JSP service. This is like underscore JSP service, right? Underscore JSP service here. Check your if else condition. This is the code for you. Yeah, core 5, right? Exactly. Because even if you declare the variables, then what happens here? Those becomes the local variables of underscore service method, right? Because if you declare the variable here, then that variable comes to underscore service method local variable, right? Exactly. Declaration tag variables becomes the instance variables. Declaration tag variables becomes the instance variables. These variables becomes what? Local variables, right? Scriptlet tag code becomes the logics of service method, right? Exactly, guys. Next one is like you can see expression tag data, guys. Expression tag data becomes argument of out dot print method, because in the JSP, which object we are using here? Out object, right? Yeah, JSP, what we are using? Out object or not? Out dot print method, guys. This is become argument of what? Out dot print method, right? Argument of out dot print method, guys. So once if you open the converted solid, we are seeing these 3 points, right? Because I documented these 3 points here. So declaration tag variables becomes the instance variables of converted solid. Because instance variables of what? Declaration tag variables becomes the instance variables of converted solid. The code of scriptlet tag will become the logics of underscore JSP service method. The expression tag variables becomes what? Argument of out dot print method, guys. Arguments of what? Out dot print method, right? Exactly. Okay, are you clear now what I'm talking? What I'm showing?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Then slowly we have to see all the points, guys. Guys, in this one today, what the points we done here out of these components? I think we got the clarity about all scripting elements today itself. We got the clarity about all scripting elements. And implicit type of objects, what we are using is request object we are using, out object we are using. Request object means read the data. Out object means to print the data, right? Two implicit objects, we got the clarity. Two implicit objects, we got the clarity, right? Exactly. There's one more implicit object let me use, that is called response object. If you go for response object, guys, just know in if else condition I'm writing what? Outer println, right? But as you know, like previously in the servlets itself, in the servlets we know the code, like if username password success means I want to redirect my request to the Facebook. Because how can you redirect your request to Facebook? As a response dot redirect mechanism I can use, right? That's it. Response dot what? Send redirect, right? That's it. Response it is implicit object, directly we can use here, right? Response dot send redirect. If anything is goes wrong, response dot send error mechanism I have to use. Response dot send error of what? This is the code, right? That's it. That's very clear now. Response dot send error of what? This is the code, right? Exactly. Guys, if you run this code, go back. Yeah, just refresh the browser once, it's fine. So enter the username is like what? Username is Ratan, password is what? Anu, right? Let's click on login button. If you click on login button, login success or failure? Failure, right? Success, right? Success means what? Is redirected to which website? Facebook, right? Exactly. Yeah, guys, I didn't restart the server. I didn't do anything because JSP modifications are what? Just refresh button is sufficient to reflect the modifications, right? Yes, JSPs are what? Just a refresh button is sufficient to reflect the modifications, right? Exactly. As if you enter something is goes wrong, something wrong password you entered. So you got the login here. Say status code is what 777, right? 777. Message is what login fail. Try with the valid username and password. Just try with what valid username and what password, right? Exactly. Does it clear now? Yeah, this is like data, guys. Yeah, response implicit object, guys. This is response implicit object. This is a code for response implicit object, right? This is the block of Python, block of Java code. Yeah, this is like block of Java code, right? Yeah, total how many implicit objects we check today? Total 3 implicit objects we done. So total 3 implicit objects we done and all. Just you try to check this all the points, guys. So what the syllabus we are going to discuss about the JS means these are syllabus, guys. Out of the syllabus today we done with the scripting elements. Tomorrow I'll take about the page director, guys. Tomorrow is Saturday, no class. Guess